Definitely a warm night across the board right now. We're still kind of sitting into that 80-degree mark at 86 degrees. Feels like 88, hanging on to a little bit of that humidity with that dew point at 66, which is feeling somewhat near into that tropical category, which is really once you get those dew points in the 70s, that's what it feels like along into those beach lines. Working with that south-south to the easterly wind, which is kind of why we're hanging on to a little bit of moisture out there as we head in throughout the rest of your night, but still rather nice and cool out into Fort Davis at 73 degrees, 76 into Alpine, where most of us are dry as we head in throughout much of the night, working with a bit more of those clearer skies. And that's kind of the same type of deal, really working throughout much of Texas. Still warm out into Austin and Corpus Christi at 82 degrees. High pressure is still off into the east of us, and that little system we've been talking about, this inverted trough, is just into near our neck of the woods, which will kind of help, which did help with a little bit of that additional cloud cover that we saw throughout much of the day. But well north of us, all the way up into near Minneapolis, they are dealing with the line of storms that is well pushing through into Minnesota, about to make its way into Iowa, and they're going to be running with another round of storms, at least heading into tomorrow as well. And it's going to be more of that predominantly wind threat. And we're kind of working with that system that is just right there. It is kind of what we call a short wave, and that is pretty much this in this way is more of that convectively induced. And this system was forming along that frontal boundary, which is the reason why they're working with those showers right now. But pretty much across the states, across the board, most of us are quiet this morning, besides for our friends all the way up into near Minneapolis. But it is rather toasty across the states, working with those extreme heat warnings and heat advisories, with those heat indices filling up to 115 in some spots. This high pressure is slowly going to start getting it to near our neck of the woods as that inverted trough well off into the west will get well out of our region, and we're going to get feeling more like into that summer-like pattern, especially by the time we head into the middle parts this week. But I do anticipate, though, that boundary that is bringing those storms up north may try to get into near our vicinity, possibly into Friday and Saturday, to possibly bring a little bit of a light shower. But right now, I think it may stick a little bit north, but it's just something that we are watching heading into our weekend. As we head throughout the rest of tonight, though, most of us are going to be dry with those clear skies heading into our Monday, with a little bit of showers going to be possible mostly along into our western portions because of that system in the vicinity. And for our friends all the way up into Minneapolis, they're going to get a derecho-like feature where there is going to be some more gusty winds associated with them. So if you have any family members up into near the Minnesota region, just make sure to let them be aware. But here back home in Texas, a lot of us are going to kind of remain dry pretty much across the board heading into the next couple days. 72 out into Midland, 73 in Crane, 62 heading into tonight in Fort Davis. More of those 80s and 90s as we head in throughout much of your Monday. I think today is going to be a touch warmer, around 95 degrees, 97 in Pecos as well, 95 degrees out into Presidio. But I do see some near triple digits coming back into our future with the forecasted high of 99 degrees for your Wednesday and Thursday.
Andy, thank you. Well, from